What's up, everybody? Hello. This is so cool. What's up? Don't tell in a barbershop. Little triggering for me. Okay. Little triggering. What's next? A bank? A home? Okay. This is sick, man. Let's get to know. Anybody here in love tonight? Anybody in love? All right. Everyone. Yeah. It's like, who are in love? They just found out for the first time. Very nice. That's great. My girlfriend and I, we're doing really well. We're talking about like maybe getting married and stuff. And I think the only thing that like scares me about marriage, it's the advice that married guys give you. It's always, don't get married. And that always sounds weird coming from my stepdad. Like that is awkward. It's like, bro, she's in the room with us right now. It's like growing up, my dad, he'd be like, hey, don't have kids. My dad used to take me to this place called the Tilted Kilt. Have you guys ever heard of like the Tilted Kilt? All right, we got some shareholders here. Cool. All right. If you guys aren't familiar, it's kind of like a Hooters restaurant, but all the girls, they wear Scottish kilts, so you're getting a meal, but mostly culture. All right? I'll never forget my dad being like, hey, she's pretty hot, right? And looking back, I know he's trying to get at, but at the time, like, I was 7. It's not like he was trying to get me to co-sign an affair, So I was like, yeah, she's pretty hot, but who's really hot? Mom. My girlfriend's like very attractive. I don't know that she's like attracted to me. Like I was gaining some weight, kind of insecure about it. She's like, don't even worry about it, babe. I'm just not that into looks. More devastating words have never been spoken. She goes, no, there's other things about you that I find attractive. I was like, holy shit, I could never say that to her. Can you imagine? Comes out of a dressing room, so like, what do you think? I think you have excellent leadership qualities. And a firm grip. No, she's cool. She's a doctor, very exciting. It's kind of been my type, like the last few relationships, like my last girlfriend was like a pharmacist. One before that was a physician's assistant. I think it's just like there's something like about women in medicine, I think it's because there's something broken inside me, and the only thing that can fix it is a woman with a 6-figure salary. My dad was a cop for 30 years, and now what he does, he retired, and he's a security guard for a weed dispensary. Life comes at you fast, He went from arresting drug dealers to protecting them. Every Christmas, he gets me all this stuff. I'm like, did you buy this with your drug money? I actually just got like back into weed, and the technology is like totally different since I was a big pot smoker in college. Like now everybody vapes, everyone's like vaping and stuff. But when I was smoking a lot of weed, like, we bonged, like, you guys ever sneak a bong into a movie theater? You guys ever been arrested in a movie theater? No? I'll never forget, I was high at a CVS, I was getting my essentials, my booze, my medicine, and this guy carded me. And I'll never forget what he said. He goes, you and I have the same birthday. And then he started like ringing up my stuff. And I was high and I was trying to connect with him, but I kept getting distracted, So I was like, oh yeah? Do you also have hemorrhoids? It was so embarrassing. It was a self-checkout. We all got that at a different time. Everyone's a little high right now. It's cool. I used to hate like getting drug tested because I was, because I was like doing drugs. That's always how they get you. A couple years ago, they took me to this like really old building, and I was like, how long has it been since I got high? I couldn't remember, But I remember like they peed in a little cup, right? But they took me to like a bathroom to do this, right? I was like, this is perfect crime. I'm gonna like open a little creaky sink, get a little water in it and stuff, And I got the results back. They called me and they were like, oh my God, Ronnie. I'm like, oh my God, you found weed. They're like, no, lead in your piss. Okay, cool. This is cool. I'm doing the half marathon tomorrow, so I came in from Pittsburgh. So we're doing the half tomorrow, so I've been training for that and stuff. Anybody else gonna see him on the road tomorrow? No? Absolutely not. No way? Come. All right, fine. I'll do it with me and the rest of the fucking gang. I don't know. I've been training for a little bit. I've been doing a lot of Mostly I've just been Kegling. Did I say that loud? I'm so sorry. I've been Kegling the entire time I've been up here. Now I've been running a little bit. I've been, this is like gonna be my third half marathon, so about 1.5 marathons. And I remember the first time I did it, it was in Arizona, my first half marathon. And like everyone like does it, all different like ages and stuff. An 88-year-old man did it, and everyone was like so happy. Like it was like kind of inspiring for a lot of people. But I'm competitive. I was like inspiring. I fucking smoked that dude. Work on those wind sprints. You want to catch the kid. I've been going to yoga a lot lately. You guys fuck with yoga here? Yeah. I'm usually like the only guy at yoga, and that always like kind of fucks with me because like I get kind of paranoid. These women think I'm here. I want to be able to suck my own dick or something. That's not why I'm there, okay? I'm trying to eat my own ass. I am so close. I'm almost there. I used to do CrossFit. Anybody else here ever join a cult? First day, they're like, what's your fitness goal, fam? Very culty, fam, This one guy was like, I want to get so big, I can lift 300 pounds. This other guy was like, I want to get so strong, I can squat 400 pounds. And it got to me, I was like, I want to get so jacked that nothing hurts my feelings anymore. They're all like, bro. Welcome to the fam. That's why we're all here. Been eating a lot of vitamins, getting ready for this race. We fuck with vitamins here. Okay, all right. We a healthy group, and is everyone gonna die here? I don't know. Gummy vitamins, maybe? We fuck with gummy vitamins? Hell yeah! I had 35 today. Guys, my urine has been glowing in the dark. Just been trying to improve. I don't know. I've been reading a lot. We have a big reading crowd. Yeah. Good. All right, cool. I've been rereading. I read this book, Into the Wild, when I was 21 years old, okay? Very different. I'm 37 now. 21, I was like, I also want to sell all my things and live off the grid. 37 now, I'm like, I also want to die in a bus. Reading is a scam. I think it is, a little bit. I read all these books. I know you're a big reader, I'm so sorry, but I read all these books, and I want to, like, they talk about other books, and I read and I buy all these other books, and I'm like, what the fuck, what's going on here, Who's benefiting from it, okay? I figured it out. It's big ink. I got a theory, you're going to read all these books, and you're going to get invited to some weird party, All the big publishers are there. Simon & Schuster, the penguin from Penguin Random House, They're all wearing masks, eyes wide shut, and you go in that room and they're all just like fucking a squid to get the ink. I learned about J.D. Salinger, this guy, he wrote Catcher in the Rye. Are we familiar with this guy? Also a total creep. I watched a documentary. He would have been on that Epstein list, by the way. Huge creep. By the way, okay, this is actually weird. Epstein, P. Diddy, Harvey Weinstein. Okay, I used to work for Harvey Weinstein, and I didn't do anything to do. I used to live in New York. I used to be okay. Don't leave me the look. Okay, I used to be his dog walker. I used to walk Harvey Weinstein's dog back in the day, and people are like, "Oh, what'd you do to get that job?" Like, what the hell do you mean by that? Just a bunch of belly rubs mostly. But I actually was really reading. I was reading the paper while I had his dog with me, and like his face was like in the front of the New York Times. I'm like, holy shit, very bad dog, Okay, that's like a weird name drop too. Like I'm fucking, By the way, I used to walk this guy's dog. Anyway, J.D. Salinger. Okay, J.D. Salinger. He was in World War II. When he was in World War II, his girlfriend left him for Charlie Chaplin. Isn't that crazy? Imagine going to Afghanistan and finding out your girlfriend is like leaving you for Jack Black. Not Kung Fu Panda! So he comes back, he writes Catcher in the Rye. Someone reads the book, decides to kill John Lennon because of that book, And he had to be like, guys, I didn't want you to kill John Lennon. I wanted you to kill Charlie Chaplin. I don't know. I was reading The Three Little Pigs to my nephew. I hate that book too, Three Little Pigs, about three pig brothers go out in the world, and I don't know, a big bad wolf, this incredible lung capacity comes in, and it's supposed to teach kids like about like the planning for the future. But I always grew up. I was like, I'm not going to be that brick pig. This little piggy went to film school. Besides, that's not the only way to success. Like, I don't know, you guys knew like Paul Newman the actor. His big break came when James Dean died in a car accident. So all the roles that were going to go to James Dean went to Paul Newman, you know? That's why for me, whenever I'm in traffic, I'm just like, please be John Mulaney, please be John Mulaney, please be John Mulaney. I've been Ronnie Fleming. Thanks a lot, guys. Enjoy the rest of the show.